Hey folks, Dolphin Dale here, and I have some kind of thrifty finds. So shall we take a look at them? I found some CDs on Facebook, and I found some records. I bought a few online. Picked up a few at the Great Escape the other day, and just saw they're all kind of fit in that thrift category. So I thought I would just put together a video here real quick. So let's do the CDs first. The first CD I picked up was a Chuck Berry CD. This is the Great 28 Chuck Berry. It's off of Chess. In this case, also MCA. Don't have any Chuck Berry in my collection, so I thought this would be a great place to start. There you can see the Chess is on the CD, but of course, Chess and MCA records there on the inside of the case. The next album is another Chuck Berry album. It is Chuck Berry Live at the Fillmore. This came out on Rebound Records. Here's a track listing. Kind of a good picture. So that gives me some Chuck Berry to work with. You've never heard me mention this guy on this channel before because I've never had any of his stuff. We're talking about George Thorogood. This is the baddest of George Thorogood and the Destroyers. I've heard the name so much, I thought, well, you know, if I'm going to give them a try, this is a good place to start. There's a track listing. I'm always up for the Allman Brothers band, and I've not seen this before. Where it all begins. So I thought I'd grab it. You know, I think even with shipping and handling, I paid a little over $1, maybe $1.50 a CD. So, you know, not going to pass up some Allman Brothers. I have very little Led Zeppelin on vinyl. But now I'm getting real close to having most of their stuff on CD, as I just picked up Houses of the Holy. I'm sure everybody knows this album. We got, how about Def Leppard Adrenalize? This is getting me close to having most of Def Leppard's albums on CD. I have quite a few on vinyl too. Last but not least, I'm going to pull this out of the CD case. It's Funkadelic. This is, well, it says the original Cosmic Funk Crew. And, oop. Not so sure I can show all that. Yeah, love Funkadelic. And glad to pick that up. I don't have a whole lot in my collection. Didn't really start getting into them until I started listening to Spaceways Inc., which is a jazz group that likes to go from Sun Ra to Funkadelic, maybe gonna mix them up a little bit. So, anyway, let's look at the albums now. The first album is Connie Scott, Hold On. And probably a lot of folks won't recognize her. She was a Christian rock singer from the 80s. I kind of discovered her right in the mid 80s. They had a album of hers in the youth room. So we got an original outer sleeve. Image 7. I haven't seen that label too many times. But glad to have this album from Connie. A little more rock than pop, which the first album I heard from her was pretty pop. Got some early Whiteheart. Vital Signs. But there were some good musicians in this group. This guy right here, Dan Huff. Remember the group Giant? Yeah, he played lead guitar for them. I mean, these guys look a little goofy on this album cover. But some of them had some real skills. Dan Huff being one of my favorite guitar players. Myrrh Records. Now we're into the stuff that I picked up at the Great Escape. The first album I picked up because of the title. It just says Birds of a Feather. And I don't know much about this. I just looked at first, I picked it up because Birds of a Feather sometimes, that's when you hear that phrase, that's a good chance that they could be talking about Charlie Parker. And so, yeah, I grabbed it and looked at the lineup on the back. And I know some of these musicians. We've got Neil Steubenhaus on bass, Dan Siegel on keyboards, Alex Acuna on percussion. He's from Koinonia. Dan Huff rhythm guitar. Now, is that... It's not spelled the same. The Dan Huff from Whiteheart and from Giant, it spells his name Dan with 2 N's. This is just one, but it could have been a misspelling on the, I don't know. We've got, well, that's about all that I recognize. No, I'm sorry. Larry Carlton's on this album. So, sounds like it could be a jazz album. I won't know till I get clean and spun. If you know anything about this Birds of a Feather group, clue me in. The next group I know, though. The Chick Corea Electric Band. Of course, Chick just recently passed. Wow, what a picture. Isn't that awesome? But yeah, so this would be, again, I found this in the jazz section. The original outer sleeve. GRP. So, yeah, Chick Corea on keyboards. Synthesizer programming, John Patitucci. Electric and acoustic basses, Patitucci is a beast. Dave Weckl, acoustic and electronic drums, percussion. Scott Henderson from Tribal Tech on guitar, appears on King Cockroach. Carlo Rios, guitar, appears on Sidewalk, Cool Weasel Boogie, and Electric City. Man, good lineup. That's Chick Corea. The Chick Corea Electric Band. And last but not least, this one, those 2 albums were about $3, $3.50. This last one kind of got up out of the, sort of out of the thrift price range. This was $7. but I couldn't resist. It's Buddy Rich. Buddy and Soul, Buddy Rich Big Band. Now, I have no Buddy Rich on vinyl. I've got some of his CDs. Gatefold. Here's a track lineup for you. And I don't think this is an original outer sleeve. It is on World Pacific Jazz. Never seen that label before. But I'm excited to have a Buddy Rich album. And there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you hear noise in the background, that's my crazy kitties getting into something. And for them, just want to hope you're having a great day. These days get kind of tough lately. Have a great day. Come back and see us sometime. And until then, peace.